Okay. See, whenever you have a massive data like this with lot of information, yeah, it becomes important that you should understand how to select features. Okay, so you have a massive background data set like this. So you come here, you can use this toolbar to select information, to select lot, to select your information. Or you can also use this part inside the uh, this toolbar, wherever you have this toolbar, right? Which are you have this toolbar. In this toolbar, you have the selection feature, or you also can use this selection here. Okay. For now, I'll keep it here so that okay. So there are two ways. I mean, the basic two. There are two ways to select. One is through attribute or location, or through graphics. Okay. For example, I come here. I select this. This is a graphic. Okay. How do I do? How did I get this graphic? Is I use this toolbar called draw. Draw. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. I use this toolbar called draw. I use this polygon, and I drew this around this feature. Around this feature. Okay. Not wanted. Now we'll get more clarity. Yeah. Around this feature, I have created a polygon or just a graphic. So what I do, I just remove this thing. I just select this thing. So if you have a graph like this, if you have a small shape file or any graph like this, you can always come use this. Okay, so you can use that. See, because this is selected, the entire stuff is selected here. Okay, because there is some issue like, see, this fellow is touching the boundary here. Okay, so it is selected because it is staying on the line on this polygon option. So how do I say that? Okay, I only want you to select the land use and not any of these things. So how do I do? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options here. First is list by drawing order. So whatever you take comes here. So you can arrange it here up down. You can move it up down like that. This option shows you the folder in which the data is. This option shows shows the layers, active layers, visible layers, non-visible layers. So wherever you click with the active, if they are active, it shows here. Okay. Then the most important part is another. This is by selection, list by selections. Which part do you want to be selected? So I don't want. I only want land use to be selected. So what do? I select click clear selection, clear selections. Now if you see, only these things are selected. Rest are all gone. So this becomes really important when you're trying to analyze several polygons and try to select only particular polygon that is of your interest, or else you have to go uncheck here, remove everything, and then select something like that. Okay. One more thing is you can also draw a polygon on your own. For example, I already have the polygon, so it got selected. And if you want to clear the selection, you have to click here. Okay, click here. Agreed. Now imagine I want to select random. I don't have a graphic like this already. So I want to select. So I can choose rectangle, polygon, lasso, circle, line. So let us say polygon here. I just draw a polygon like that. Okay, now again everything is selected. So if you want to make this not to be selected, so you choose this option here. So when you do this, the layer will automatically become unselectable. You cannot select this layer, any feature from this layer. So it will go here down. So suppose I unselect these two, it goes here. They become they'll come here below. See, they're unselectable. No matter what you do, you cannot select any feature from this thing. If this is active, this is inactive. So you keep this thing active only. Okay. You can just choose not to display that here. You can just remove it from display and everything will be fine. Okay, so only the land use is selected now, right now. Only the land use is selected right now. And then one more thing is, if you want to, for example, reduce the selection part to a particular area. For example, or before this, I will tell you what is the importance here. So here there are 202 features got selected in all of this. If you want to read the property of this thing, right click, go to attribute table. You see, you are seeing all of this information here, right? So you can just use this option here to select all the plots. So this option tells you which are the files that are selected and which are, these are all attributes. If you see the blue selected part will be somewhere in the middle. Yeah, it is too big, so it is not showing. Okay, so this is the option here. So these are the selected features here. Okay, you can just let it be there. That is important for us now. Okay, and before doing that, also you can actually use this option, this selected thing to summarize the data. For example, you can use to summarize, no, not summarize, to statistics, to search statistics. So there are maximum 202 features are counted. The maximum is 214 as a number or whatever land use here is a number. This is total sum. The entire count is sum is 633. Yeah. So mean is this much, standard deviation. So you get all these information for all these uh, this selected features. Okay. So that is the summary part of it. Okay. So, similarly, you can also do, for example, if I have to do, if I have to do statistics, I can actually use this thing. So here again, this is area. Okay, this is area in acres. Okay, so if you see minimum, maximum area, sum of the total areas. So total area under this entire selection is 152 acres. So that information you can little, I mean, but just by if you want a quick look, just quick look to understand what is happening. So you can use this toolbar here. Okay, to do whatever analysis, just check the results. You can also export this thing if you want. You can just write down this values. You can literally copy this thing, do whatever you want with that. Okay. Next comes the summary part. Okay. See, yeah. See, what I want is, see, you have FAC, F1, A1. What I want is in all these selected areas. Okay. When use code is this building. This is vacant, probably this is church, um, this is probably some market, something like that. Okay. So out of all of this, how much area is there under each of these, under each of this category, how much area is there? I want to have a very quick look. So what do? I click here, I summarize. I use select field summarize. So this is my selection. This is my interest. Okay. I want whatever summarization should happen under these labels. So I come here. I want area. I select here. I want what sum, total sum. I can choose any of these things. Minimum, maximum, average, any of these things. But I just select sum. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. So the result table will be displayed here. Very well. Somewhere it will be displayed. Very good. It is here. Okay. If you open this tool, you will see under each classification, you will have count. So generally speaking, where do you want to use it? For example, in Kapila Sharma's ma'am's case, she has different plants. Okay. And so suppose burnt area is there. So if she wants this kind of after classification, after land use classification or after analysis, she can just come here and do the summarization. She'll get all the information she wants in this area. For example, another example is, let's take BG ma'am's example where she is trying to understand how much groundwater there is under each type of soil. Maybe different soil types are there, rock types are there, under which rock how much gap is there so that the water is flowing and all. For that she can do, or else if you want to have geology, for example, each part of soil, how much area is there. That also, that is basic concept. So you can do these examples, analysis and all you can do. Okay. So A1 is, what is that? So A1 is the single family residential. B1 is the multi-family residential like flats. B4 is the duplex. CRH is the churches. FN is commercial. BS is vacant. So you understand, right? So you have commercial area. In this particular selection is this much. You have single residences as an independent houses as 97 acres. Or else, oh yeah, sorry, this is the area. So you have this 19 acres, B1 is 22 acres, commercial is 58 acres. There are vacants is 48 acres. Land is vacant here. That is the answer. Okay. That kind of calculation also we can do in this particular scenario. Agreed. Next is selection. I already told you how to select by graphics, right? Now let's select using the selection by location. You will use this a lot of times, as in if you understand the importance of quick analysis, you will use this a lot of time. So you go here because I have already selected this thing. Out of these all things, I only want selected from the currently selected features. From this only I want to select what I want to select wherever there is flood area is there. So I will also say that, okay, see, this is the flood areas. Agreed? These are the flood areas. Now I want to know how much of this area lays on the flood area. So actually flood area is here. Our interest is only this region. Our interest is only this region. That is the reason why we are specifying here. Select from the currently selected features and not from select features from. If I say select features from, all these features here, features from here will be selected. But if I am only interested in this area, I will always use this select from selected features only or to a restricted area. Okay. So first you use a graphic or a polygon to select the features you want, and then you use this particular aspect. Okay, you can do that. Then you say, see, I only want land use. Where is land use? Okay. In this thing, I want to select from the flood area. So I want to select land uses that is falling under or over or inside the flood area. Agreed. Next here, have there no. So here you use several features are within a distance or contain a source layer feature, completely contain the source layer, where just think of a scenario where you use all of these options. For example, here I will use this thing, intersect the source layer feature. So if any of this block is intersecting with this thing, then I want it to be selected. So, okay. So for example, this is a block, but the flood area is only till here. This entire region is safe. Yes, so I only want to select this region. That is the reason why I am going for intersect the source layer feature, or else I would have gone for area within a distance. I'll give a distance here. If I use, I'll give a distance here. Okay. For example, you want to select something with a buffer. You can select this thing, or contain the source layer feature. For example, you have, see, if I use this thing, even something slightly touching this also will be selected. Okay, like that. For every aspect, for every type of selection, you have different features here. Okay, for you can use this thing if you have the centroids in the source layer. For centroids, as in, if say suppose this is a block. Earlier class I taught you. This is a point here. So if I draw a centroid will be created in the center of the polygon with all the attributes of the polygon. Okay, that is centroid. So if the centroid is lying inside the polygon, then only you select. So that is what this thing is. So share line segment, touch the boundary of the source layer. All of this is different scenarios. So you can use this thing option. Click OK. नहीं इसको छोड़ो, intercept मत करो. Apply. So you see the immediate impact is out of all of these, only these things are selected. Okay, that's what it is. So that is how you create selections. You know, if you go to, there are only 23 features out of 202 features. Now we have only selected 23 features. Okay. Now what do you do with the selection? What do you do with the selection? What do you do? You want the area that is lying in the flood region, right? So all you do is you use union. You use union. I mean, you can use any of these options for your, now because the selection is done, you can use any of these options. But for now, let us use union. We'll say input feature is the what is the input feature is flood region. And then create the output. So output looks like this. I think I have already created that yesterday. I don't have it. Why? Maybe go to results. Okay. Let's do the union part again. Or else I think I did this yesterday last time. So yeah. See, now that see, I have joined the selected features here. You see these boxes. So those boxes are nothing but the selected features here, which are joined. I joined the feature attributes with this layer, with this flood region here. Okay. So if I check this attribute table, you will have the information of those files also. See, you have the information from the files. For example, if I want to build a query builder, properties, query builder, you will see different aspects here. You can use any of these options now to do calculations. But what happened here? I basically joined these features with the flood area. So this is the flood area and this is the feature selected. So I joined those two to form a common feature. That is called union. Okay. Now what you do, you go to query builder. Because now my interest is only this area, not any of these things, right? So I only want to select this area with the flood region. So what do? I build a query builder. In the last class, I actually explained the difference between definition query and field calculator. Field calculator is used to manipulate the field in the attribute table, but query builder is used to search. Okay, it used to search or select the feature based on the attribute table, based on the selection or the query you are building. Okay, so here I will use is not equal to, okay, FID parcel has to be, if it is -1, I mean, it is, so this fellow is in the middle. So only I only want to select that feature, or else I think so only this region which doesn't have. So if I now take the attribute, okay, if I now take the attribute table and select use this thing, now you see all the features that have uh, -1 in the flood parcel, anything other than -1. So anything. So if that symbol is not equal to, okay, you do, because you don't have a not equal to sign here, not equal to sign is a, here you use this thing. So if the FID parcel is not equal to +1, I want you to select that. That is what this query builder means. So then that is giving me this result. Okay, so you are using query builder for your analysis. Agreed? So query, so using query, give me a second. So using the query builder is one of the most important.
Sir, why -1 is taken there?
Because see, properties, query builder, right? Where is attribute table? Okay. Yeah. Here, what did we do? What did we do just now is, for example, if I go to flood area, okay. In this thing, you don't have the information. Oh, we don't have the information here. You must have found the information in this thing. Open attribute. So in this particular thing, you will have -1 somewhere. Okay. So that signifies that there is no union. What does that? Okay, maybe okay. What does it signify is wherever there is union, you will get a number like this. You will have a number. Okay, where is that? Yeah, it is here. Yeah, wherever there is a union, you are getting the number like this, either area or a FID of the parcel. This is FID of the parcel, as in which parcel? This parcel. So the land use here, if I use the land use one here, so these are the IDs that is joined with this fellow, that is joined with the field study here. Okay, so those IDs, if there is no ID here, then the ID will be -1, right? Because you have joined, if you created a union, the ID will be something, some random number it will give. Okay, -1, 0, some random number. You have to just understand, okay, this number is not the ID. So what I did right now is I use those, okay, I use that principle, okay, because I joined, there is ID created. So if there is only, there is ID, then this is joined. This is joined area. If no ID, it is the outside area. So I use that concept, okay, to select this particular region. Did I make sense to you?
Yes, sir. So we can use any number, 0 या -1 anything.
हाँ नहीं system create करेगा. Generally
Okay.
it is like that. -1 is the standard
Okay.
thing. Okay.
Okay.
So
Sir.
now if you select, if you see the land use part, if I load it here, only that region is selected with the flood region. So even though there is flood area here, only the flood region inside this particular selection area is selected now. Okay, so that is how you want to select the area of interest. Agreed. Now imagine there is another. So I created this thing. Okay. Sorry, my mistake. Now you can actually go here. Here. You can calculate the geometry here because you want the area of this parcel, right? Because there's a union. Earlier only this was there, but now you have increased the area here. So you are trying to calculate the area now. So just say blah blah blah. Click. Okay. Yes. So I already created this, so it is not changing, but it changes. Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, so you can calculate that, or else you can. Maybe is it shape area in this thing? Oh yeah, it's here. Area. So that is the area. That's how you calculate. That's how you calculate. Or else if I want to recalculate, go back to the earlier step, I can just use that. It would be. I'll get the sum back. Okay. So that's how you will calculate. Now you want to summarize, you can also summarize now because this is so you have different options here. You can just summarize now if you want. And you can just go here, go to here, you can go to a sum, click here. Yes, you can just open. So you have wait, who's joining you? Who's joining the class? What? Somebody join the class?
Yeah, sorry, I'm late.
Okay, no problem, Nabil. So you have these options here, so you can select the area like this. Okay, so that's how the summary. So that's how you gather the information out of your data set. So if you are trying to analyze, so these are all analysis part. So it's very important that you analyze these aspects. In some cases, for example, now I'll remove this thing, select this thing so that all are gone. You don't have to worry about this flood area anymore. So remove that, everything is gone. Remove this thing, keep this radius here. Click this lot boundaries, click this current reverse. So now what is happening is, for example, it is the okay, let us go to this area. Okay. For example, the river is passing through like this. You want to select. So there is a flood basin here. I mean, the basin, whatever, the banks of the river can extend till here if there is flood. So you want to select the land parcels or the construction that has happened around this river in this region. So how do you do? Again, you can use select by location. Here, you use the select features from. Sorry, my mistake. Select features from. So you will use the. So here you will say I want to use give me a second, torrent reverse. Where is the torrent reverse here? Okay, land use I selected here. I will use the torrent reverse here. Not intersection. Yeah, you can actually go for the intersection because you are anyways creating a buffer. So you are creating a buffer of 50 feet or 100 feet, up to you. It's the buffer is up to you based on your average or maximum flood area. You can choose this option and click apply. You can also do this with within the buffer, the objects are selected. So that's how you can select using an option. You can also do this for various analysis. For example, oh my god, there is a police station here. Okay, you want to know the radius of the patrolling of the police station. You can create like this. You can automatically create a. You have a point here. You can choose this option. Select by location. Select the land use here or plots here, and then use the I mean hospital or whatever police station here. Give a radius of 100 meters or 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers like that, and see what all the blocks come under that particular police station, and then you can make a map out of it and distribute in that area. Like, see, this is the police station you want to go to. Or else, in some cases, for example, let us take a example of river water body. Okay. There is a small pond or water body in the middle of the forest. Okay. So you want to understand. You have tagged animals. You have tagged animals, and then you have out of a lot of research, 10 years research, you understand that to that pond, only those animals within the range of 10 kilometers come and drink in that pond. So you have created a buffer now. and created that, okay, this pond is only for wildlife. Nobody else can drink the water from this. So you made a sanctuary like that. So for all of that, you need this kind of, you can use this kind of selection process. Okay. In the and so that is that. Then I'll use this on this side. And let us go to some other. Oh yeah. Give me a second. You can actually go here. So you can create a buffers zones. Where can I create a buffer? It's yeah. Okay. For example, okay. Yeah, this particular object. This is a type of land use, maybe commercial. This is part of uh, non-commercial but living area. This is the park. This is the park. These are the street center lines I have. Here is street center lines. This is the street center line I have. These are all the street. So this is exactly, I mean, you know, right? You created all of this information already. This is the database you created. Now, what you want to do? You want to do zonal analysis. Like, for example, there is a zone around this area. Or maybe this is center, and there is a zone here. You want to declare that zone as like very important zone or extremely commercial zone or danger zone for somebody, some guy is visiting here. So you want to declare this fellow as a zone of extreme importance. So you, how do you do that? You just go here, click this selection button here. You can choose this rectangle or whatever it is. Just select that. So you selected this particular portion now. Okay. Now what you do, you want to create a buffer. How do you create a buffer? Obviously, go here, click buffer. You know all of this, right? You just click this land use, choose the outside parcel. You can either give the linear value here as in 200 feet or any column here. We will talk about column impact also right now. For now, let us go with linear. Obviously, it is planar, not the geodesic. And give me a second. Why is it not getting selected now? Oh, okay, selected. Okay, none. Okay, I selected none all or none. So you can choose any of those things. If you select, if you have, you use this option to dissolve. I already explained you right how to dissolve something, right? So you can use that and just click OK. So you get this, this like this. You get a buffer like this. Okay. Now what I want is I want to select what the land parcels that are coming inside the buffer. So I just unselect this small area. What I do intersection or I do clip. Any of these things, depending upon the attributes you want. Depending upon the attributes you want, you do an intersection, something like that. Okay, so it looks like this zoning. What was this thing? Yeah. So see, and so these are all the see. If you see this zone is selected as a important zone for me. So all the buildings here, for example, some important person is coming here, all these buildings will be sealed. Nobody even, I mean, probably you can extend because there is no direct window access here. It's safe now for this particular person here inside. So this is the zone where nobody can enter. It's a restricted area. So these buildings will be sealed. Okay, for example, you want to calculate any area or any zone, you can always use that summary and statistics to find out how many personals do you need. Or else, for example, this is a area where uh, you have a gas leak or not even gas leak. So suppose you have a fountain, there is a pump here that broke had. So you are trying that okay, if there is a connection broke here, these are all the areas are getting affected. You can do that. I mean, that is part of type of example you can use. Okay, so you can always then again you can always summarize the information you want to the attribute table, and then you can go ahead with your calculation. Okay, next is similarly you can actually we did intersection, right? You can use the clipping also. You can use the clipping like how we did last time. Land use one. Okay. It's like clipping works in, I mean, if I want to only clip this area, I can clip using buffer zone. I think we have discussed this already. So, no need to explain you again all of this thing. Yesterday, not yesterday, on Saturday, we did all of this information. Okay. Not on Saturday, Friday, I guess. Okay. And then I wanted to show you this thing. For example, let us remove all of this for our understanding. So yeah, and one more thing is you can actually create buffers to the street zones also. For example, I think I have where is that? I have used this street center line to create a buffer. Okay, maybe it is here. It's not here. Site to level 1 buffer. No, not the same. It is not important. Okay, let us do this again. So if you have buffer, you can create a buffer around this thing for your street center lines. And for example, you have here is street center lines. So rather than using the parallels, copy parallel, you can always use um, this information to where is the you can use this field here, CO code, or else if I want you to understand it better, I will just show you these attribute tables here. You can use this CO code. Here is CO code. Yeah. See, based on this information, suppose this is gullies, this is main roads, there is highways, there is freeways. Okay, based on this code, you are defining the buffer. So it will take only this fellow, like 65 feet, it will create buffer. 110 feet, it will create buffer. Like that. Okay. So what is it from street center line? What is the width? It is already given here. So on both sides, you are creating a buffer here. So I am using field. Okay. Then I can use planar. I can keep any or all of these, but I can also use all here to dissolve all of these options here. But let us keep all of the thing here. Okay. Look okay. So if you don't want to zoom to, I mean, go to that location and find. So you have this information. Okay, now let us use the same thing with all. Okay, maybe I'll just use this option here so that I can open the same settings again. Then I'm using the all option here. All option here. I'll choose the buffer. Okay. Okay, close. Go to this option here. Drag it. Put it there. You see? So if you are trying to dissolve, this is how the result will get. If you don't dissolve, this is how the result will get. So you have each and every curve. So here, the curve is not on. consistent. You see, there is a node here, then there is a straight line here. Okay, something like that. So because of that reason, you have this kind of, you can use that kind of dissolve to work. Okay, then another thing is I mean, here this can be used for any usage. For example, again, I have a river water body. I know the width of the floodplain for, I mean, or else the flood zone for every segment. For example, this is a river here. This segment, the flood risk zone is around 50 meters this side, 50 meters this side. But here it is only 10 meters, 10 meters. Here it is again 100 meters and 100 meters. So you can actually create that kind of table or an attribute table or a column and then do buffering. You don't have to digitize it, sit and digitize it. You just have to do the buffer and you will have analysis. For example, another example is, for example, there are fault lines, earthquake fault lines. Okay, okay, this is exactly the earthline fault lines, and you've suddenly developed a theory like, okay, if I put iron pillars around the, or some type of technology within the radius of 100 meters between this fault line, then I can detect the earthquake even before it reaches the surface. Okay, so you'll have an analysis like, okay, see, earthquake is coming, so you'll immediately mention the government. The government will say, everybody brace yourselves. So it is actually saving lives. So that kind of analysis you can do. That kind of buffering you can do. One more thing is, as a part of earthquake, because earthquake is right here. See, I say suppose I have a epicenter. Like here I am using a fire station, but imagine I have an epicenter like this. Let us remove this thing. I have an epicenter like that, 3 epicenters of earthquake, then random earthquake. I'll select only one here. Oh, I have to select this fire station. Okay, I've selected the fire station. I've selected the fire station now. I want to create buffers here. What kind of buffers I want to create? Multi-ring buffer, which I have already created here. Or let's do this again. What is that? Yeah. So I have this fire station which I have selected. I have selected that fire station. From that fire station, I want to build a multi-ring buffer. I imported fire station. Okay. So the distance, it depends. What do you want to do? Let us try doing 3 rings, or you can do 4 rings, 5 rings, whatever it is. Okay. Array, nahi. Anyways, let us do this again. So 2640. Array. Added. Then comes. See, these numbers are random out of interest. Okay, you can do any of these things. We can go to I can use this distance. I think the speed should be fine because default is anyway speed. So I can choose any of these things, but right now default is map units. So map unit is nothing but feet. So let us take it as a distance. Field name is and distance. It's optional, but then let's see that. Let's see that. Okay, let's create a buffer here. So remember always, for your analysis, all these features matter. It makes your analysis much more cleaner, easier, and faster. So don't think what I'm teaching is this is all tools and all. This is very important. Come on, results. Right? My ArcMap is stuck now. What? Great. Now it will crash. Oh, okay, thank you. So if I wait, let's go back to this slide. And then let's draw this over the that. Oh, I do have one here station. Yeah, so that is the same thing. See, that is the same thing I did here. Okay, I just went to property symbology and I choose for every distance I choose one grid. That's a one color. That is how you get a multiple ring. Now, how do you select again? Again, how do you select the locations that are under this boundary? So you select the this boundary here. I want only select things under this boundary. I mean, any fellow. I mean, anything above this outside this thing, I don't want. So how do you do? Again, go to selection, select this thing. You are activating land use one is activated again. No, it is land use one. Land use one is activated. Now I have the stations buffer. You are specifying this number here. Use selected features only. This is very important. You don't have to use this search here. You can, yeah, you can still use this intersection part, or you now you go have their centroid in the source layer. So basically, what is centroid? For this block, the centroid is in the middle. So that fellow is inside this selected feature only, no? That way. So for example, if this feature is there, the centroid is inside, so it will come inside. For example, this is the feature. The centroid is outside, it will not come inside. Okay, at least that is a theory. Okay, so you want to understand. Okay, you want to select features that are more than 50% inside, because centroid is always at the center. So if the object is more than 50% inside, then it makes sense. Then you have to worry about that fellow. For example, how do I suggest? Give me one example for this scenario. Can anybody give me one example where I can use this more than 50% inside? Am I audible? Oh yeah, people are there. I'm worried that they left. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
example.
Can we use this COVID situation? We can use.
COVID situation. Give me that example you give. COVID situation में मतलब क्या है? Fine. COVID situation में how do you use it? This selection process. Give me one example. Anybody? DJ ma'am, Kapila ma'am. Okay, so yes, people.
So in 50% of area, the situation is a very bad. Like means in 50% area is contaminated
For
zone.
example, oh yeah, yeah.
Micro contaminated zone. Like that.
You heard Delhi has this option called home clinic, mohalla clinics. Yes. So if I put a mohalla clinic here, what is the radius I can serve? We can use network analysis also, because I have already street center lines. I can always use the network analysis also, but I can also use the buffer to get a brief idea. Okay, this is the area I want to serve. Agreed? Yes, no. Somebody talk, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, it's again a mistake problem. In case of land use, because I'm interested in the polygons, I have to select this thing. You see, if I come here, this object is not selected. This object is not selected. Only the road attached to that fellow is selected. You see, so if the centroid is inside only, that region is getting selected. The polygon is getting selected. If they see now this polygon has centroid inside, so it went in here. So that's how it selects. Agreed? So so that is one kind of analysis you can do with the selection process. Okay. Then I mean you can actually I mean I don't want this. Yeah. So remove that, remove this, boundaries. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back to this thing. Now, for example, you want to do nearest analysis. Okay, let it be there. How do I switch this off? Okay. Oh, because there is annotation, I think it won't select. Anyways. So now I have fire stations here. So I have so many fire around this incident. There are some incidents here. So if this is fire station, this is an incident. Fire station, this is an incident. Fire station, this is an incident. So what are the nearest incidents? This these are the nearest incidents. So I want to find out without doing network analysis. I don't have network analysis. Okay, I don't have network data. So what do I do? What do I do to find out the nearest parcels that are around this particular area? So what do? I have this particular near, I think I stopped it here, right? Last time. So I take this near analysis, go to, I select the fire run, then near to fire distance, fire stations. Yeah. I can use search radius here, or I can just leave it here. So that I'll get all of these regions distance, Euclidean distance. What do you mean by Euclidean distance? Straight lines. Straight lines like that. Okay. From here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. What is the distance? So I get all the distance and then I'll choose. I can do that. Okay. I do this. Click OK. Complete it. So the minute I do that, I think this fellow has it. I get this particular field near FID and near distance field. Okay. So this fellow, if I select that, where is this thing? Okay, why is it coming round now? Okay, see, this is a star that is near ID number 1. So it is near to ID number 1. This is the number 1 fire station. So it is close to that. What is the nearest Euclidean distance? 859 feet, or you can say 860 feet. You can say 860 feet. Where do you use this? Where do you use this? For example, you have a forest fire, earthquake, or any accident. Without doing network analysis, you have no network data. How do you immediately find out what is the best possible place I can go to save the life, or the water source to quench, I mean, stop the forest fire, or location where I can find vaccine or medicine, whatever. You use this kind of near tool. So this is the ID of the tools, and this is the distance. Okay, so and then you use this tool to find, you do joining. For example, you say, okay, you have the distance between this and these IDs, right? Great. So now you say that which stations I can attend very closest of them within a range. How do? You first join the data. You first join the tables. So you, what do you do? You join. Okay. You say I have the network distance near FID. I have the near FID. Then what I want to join? I want to join fire stations to it. Where is fire stations? Fire stations. What idea I want? Because see, what is it? Near FID. It is the object ID of the fire station. Fire station 1, fire station 2, fire station 3. So I am using object ID here. Click OK. Now I have object ID of the system and the station number. I have the station number. Object ID, this is same as this, but this is the station number. Now I will use this to find out the closest part. So join data, I did. Then I will use the query builder. Yeah. Go to query builder. I'm building the query. Now I say that station. So this fellow is not equal to station number. This is station number. I only want to select those stations which are not equal to station number. Click apply. You see, only these stations have can be served. Then there are in a particular distance. So if I go here, zip code is here. So all these things are within what? Nearest distance is so much. Is this far? This see 859 is one thing. So wherever the station ID is there, selected that those fellows. Or else if I don't do that, let us go to the attribute table definition query. Get unique values. Oh wait. It is the station code. Where is the station code here? Station. Can I get station? Stations. Yeah. Wait. So this thing. Get unique values. Okay. So you have this thing. So you are trying to remove the duplicates, I guess. So what is the station codes? Ma'am, am I making sense to you? Because you are not talking today. See 551, 552, 553. Okay, same thing. Okay. Hello, BJ ma'am. BJ ma'am, sorry. BG, right? Not BJ. Same thing. Agreed. I'm not getting any response from you both. Kapila ma'am, BJ ma'am. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are there.
Hello.
Am I making sense? Are you understanding the concept?
Yes, sir.
How come you are in mute and still able to talk? That is amazing. Is there any trick? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
It's saying you are in mute and you're talking. Wow.
No, I'm not in mute.
Oh, okay.
It's showing mute.
That's a glitch.
Okay, I
Yes.
don't know.
Maybe you are mute in one thing and you are watching from your mobile. That's great. Anyways.
Oh, I don't know. I'm watching from my mobile. That's true.
EG ma'am, am I making sense to you? Are you understanding? Fine. Give me a second. Then you can actually how can I remove this thing. Then if I don't want to select, how do I do? Builders, remove the query builders, apply. Okay, now I can actually create. You can actually create your own toolbox. Okay. Here actually I did that already, but still I will develop that here so that I can desktop test model builder may I create. I think I showed you this thing, right? Model builder. I can actually create a toolbox for you. Okay. So um, so you can create your own toolboxes and then you can process the data. You can just create your own. For example, I want to find out, I want to show that there is a from here to here, there is a line, there is a line, there is a line, there is a spider net. It's called as spider net. I think we do have a spider net. No? Line, construct straight lines. Okay, track interval. Okay, no problem. We don't have that information right now, so it's okay. Um, give me a second, maybe it's in this for. Yeah, it is here, but let's see what I can do. I don't think this will work now. But anyways, we run. So it's trying to create a. I mean, this is a model builder that we created. Uh, let's find out edit way. We find the edit. This is the information about all these. See, in the model builder, you create model using uh, the GUI, the UI that the fellow provides. Okay, the ArcMap provides. But in this case, you are writing a script. You are writing in a notepad. You are writing a JavaScript or Python script or whatever. Generally, this is Python. They write in Python. So you write a script in Python like this, and then you can incorporate that into this fellow. Like how you can actually create. So you can just create a properties, or you can just create tool set or a toolbox or add a script. You can add a script here. Okay. In that way, you create your own toolbox. You are creating your own script and a toolbox, and you can use that to do this kind of function. Okay. Then I will present station. Can you show me where the station is? Station. Destination feature layer is stations. Okay. Let's see if this works. Yeah. Maybe I think I have to now remove the join now. Remove all the join. Remove all the join. Now let us try. Oh, it was a problem of join. Now if I take it here, click add here, I get all the spider lines. So these are the Euclidean distance it measured. This is the Euclidean distance it measured. Okay, from each of the site, and then found out what is near and what is not near. Okay, that's what it did. Now you can actually go to the spider lines, go to attribute table and build your own query. You can actually build your own query saying that origin ID should be equal to destination ID. Click OK, click apply. In that way, you get a very neat curve. Very neat Euclidean distance like this. Okay. So this is how you build your own data. Agreed? This is the spider network you can create. I can actually provide you with the script if you want. Okay. I'll mail it to you. If anybody good at coding here, uh, hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Anybody, you're good at coding? Oh,
No, sir. No. I have learned only Blue Java in school times. So I can write some program, but not code.
programming. That's what I meant. Programming. How what programs programming you know? Python
Sir,
you
all
know?
that simple program, how to that Fibonacci series and all that.
So basic.
Theorem, how? Yes, sir. Basics.
Abdullah ma'am, how good are you at programming? I think these people are
Hello,
really.
sir. I
How
can I
good?
can do a
Very nice. Acha, you are computer. Acha. Basically, you are a faculty of computer science. Law. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the whatever it is now, you can actually. Oh yeah, you can actually do an Euclidean distance also from work. So you have the spider line. Let us remove the spider lines. We have the knot boundaries. Or let us remove that. It's not important now. Then you have um, give me a second. Before doing this, because I want to do this analysis around the lot boundaries. Yeah, where is lot boundaries? Yeah. See now, you're trying to do analysis not here, only in this region. Okay. So there is one way to do is set the environments. For example, in geoprocessing, you have this environment. For example, you're trying to do analysis on a small area of this entire region. You're trying to do only small area. You can always come here and set the environment. Say that you have a processing extent. Processing extent is here. You can actually select same as the display, same as the. For example, you have a large land use classification, but you are trying to do changes in a small area of the land use. So you will say, see, I have a polygon here. I draw a polygon here. I want you to do analysis only in that short area, or you specify here, like here you give the left, right, top, bottom, and then you can choose, or else you can just use a small area raster. You can snap, like how you snap the vector, you can snap the raster. Here, right, let us use the same as the lot boundaries. Lot boundaries. Okay, that is what it is again. Click OK. So you're setting up the area. You're setting up the area of investigation right now. Okay, that is a simple aspect how you do the analysis here. Then comes God. Euclidean distance spatial analyst. You can do Euclidean allocation. You can use Euclidean distance direction. You can do any of these for your analysis. Okay, so you come here, you input the fire stations. There is fire station. Fire stations are 3. You can say distance. Hey, raster data set down. Okay. Oh, maybe it's like okay. So you say input cell size. Random you can put 100, 200, 50, 30, 20, whatever you want here because you have no this thing boundary. So you can say that if okay, let's see what does it do. It created a raster. Now let's open the raster distance. Yeah, that is the extent of the raster. Now you can so you have literally did a interpolation. You literally did a interpolation of the data. Okay. Or else we can actually do one more thing here. Cost path. This is like how you do cost analysis in network. Same thing. Cost allocation. If you have time or distance, you can do cost allocation. You can do any of these things. Diffusion, interpolation. So you have interpolation also you can do. Okay. So these are advanced tools you can use to do your analysis. Okay. Now, give me a second. Oh, wait. I missed it actually. Where is the remove this thing? Remove this thing. Now I think I've selected. There's yeah, I have to select this thing. And then let us do the fire analysis again. Okay. My mistake. Okay. Error. Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody talk. Anybody has any doubt? Yes. Hello.
No, sir.
Yeah, you see now are you seeing these rings? Are you able to see these rings? Hello?
No, sir.
How do I show you this thing? Properties, symbology. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. Are you seeing these things here? Sorry, mistake.
Sir, they are visible, but they are very blurred.
I know. That's what I'm trying to get the unique values here. So maybe we'll try this thing. Yeah. Now are they visible? Yes, because I have given
Yes, sir.
the area of this thing. Now let us do the same thing with the with what again? Not with the environment here is set to the we have set the environment here to the specified extent, right? Let's try doing this to only yeah. Okay. Now let us run it. Oh, maybe I can just use this to load. Not registered a what? This is completed, no? Array? What is wrong? I've set the extension to extension to. Is this the same thing I'm doing? Station. Yeah, that is correct thing only. Select. Selector. So environments is process extent same as, or else we can stations multiplier. Okay. Maybe I put through it. Okay. It's completed. Now if it doesn't come, then I'm doing some mistake. But again, why is it coming till here? It should come till here only. Okay. Once you specify the environment here, once you specify the environment here, it should come to that region only. Maybe I should dissolve this thing. Let me try. Okay, let me give a small try before. Okay, this is dissolved. Now I think I will set the processing environment to can choose any of that. But then, so maybe there is some error in my toolbox. But if you set the extension, it will work till that point only. It will not go beyond it. I think that is the reason why it also took only till this area. It is not because the entire data is so big. If you look at it, the entire data is really big. See, the data is really big. Because I specified the extension, it is taking a lot more. Oh, probably it's working like that. Yes. So maybe if I dissolve this thing, it will work. Let us try that, okay? Yeah, now let us try this thing. Okay. Now setting up the extension. If you can't do, if you don't want to do it here, for every tool there is environment here. You can do it in that process also. You can set the processing extent here also. Okay, if you don't want to do there, you can always set the MRV, yeah. Yeah, see, like try doing that. Now let us see if it comes some nuts. Let us. Yeah, oh, fine, finally. Okay. So that is the third one. So that is the extent. Now if I do this part here, now if I do properties, symbology, go to the different aspects. See, until if you don't reply to me or make something like, see, I understand or all, because it's difficult for me.
Yes, sir, I'm getting it.
See, that's how. See, this is the distance. So every layer is 50 meters. You see, every pixel is 50 meters here. So you can have distinct colors like that. So probably this is 100 meters, 200 meters, like that. You have a boundary like this. Okay. And you can actually use this. You can actually use this to mask, to extract by mask. Okay. We can use this to extract by mask only this region. We can do that. Agreed? So that is one analysis you can do. Like how you have information you can do. That way also it will work. Now there is one more thing I wanted to show. Imagine I have the same thing here. I did the same thing for this thing. Okay, I have another raster here. Okay, I can actually use these two rasters to merge. Maybe I'll just create it for you so that I can show that information. Okay, so I will select a buffer. Okay, for this particular thing here, for this particular point. I have that point here. I want to create a multi-ring buffer for that. Not multi-ring buffer. Probably I'll create only one buffer. Where is the buffer? Multi-ring buffer. Yes. In this multi-ring buffer, IP fire stations. In BR2. Yeah, I will do this. Okay. I click one buffer only, so that we can do raster class statistics and pixel statistics. Then I will load that here in BR2. Okay. Then I will use the Euclidean distance. Distance for station 2. Station 2 environments may I'll go change the processing extent to sorry MBR2. Can you find MBR2? Oh yeah, here. Okay. Click. Okay. Three. Now let. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Add. Why is this station 2 coming with that? Okay. This station 2. Can you find a raster data with this name, this station 2? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, no, okay. Okay, let us do it again. Okay,
It was there only.
It is where?
Sir, can you go back? Yes, that one. The arrow is there now. Yes, sir, that one.
No, this is the small d.
These four.
Small d.
Okay.
Oh, everything enters small d and delta. Okay. Where is the Indian? Near the world. Yeah, that's it. That. Okay. So now I have another statistic property symbology. Maybe I'll use the same thing here. Apply. Okay. So I have two vectors. I have two rasters like this. I can use the cell statistics. Cell statistics to here. Okay. Here I can actually merge this thing and this thing. Okay, if the cells are of the same size, it becomes very
Sir,
easy.
in the second raster, we have chosen only one buffer, no?
I did not understand.
Sir, in the second raster, we have chosen only one buffer zone, no?
Yes, yes, I understand. But
Sir,
the
so
buffer
how
is
many rings are
no, no,
coming?
no, no, same thing. I understand your doubt. See, in this thing, properties, I use this code. What is this code? Geosoft 128. Geosoft 128. Let us do the same thing for this thing also. Geosoft 128. Where is Geosoft 128? Can you see? Geosoft 128. Yeah. Up there. Now is it correct? Fine. Understood? Your
Yes, sir.
doubt is, I see I have multiple rings here, but I
Yes,
have
sir.
only one ring here. How did I get the same thing?
Yes, yes,
See,
sir.
we did not have multiple rings for that reason. I
Yeah.
wanted multiple rings so that I can specify the extent for interpolation. That's all.
Okay,
I
sir.
use that vector layer to specify
Okay.
the extent of the processing. That's all.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will say maybe some or me, whatever I can say. But wherever the interaction is there, it will just create some me, something like that. Okay. Let's see this works. Because these things are not overlapping. I'm worried about that. Completed. Let's open the distance sum. Yeah. So we have removed this. Remove that. So that is the intersection we got. Because there was an error because here. So that's how you can actually mosaic. So this is basically what you do. What you did is sort of mosaicing you did. You did sort of a mosaicing. So you merged two, three. So you see now the rings are like this. You see the rings are now like that. So it's basically showing the distance between the two. The problem is why it did not merge completely. This is bad. Problem is did I so should I select these two? No. Still statistics name. Yeah. Yeah. Or else I'll remove this thing. I will put this fellow here. Yeah. Then some ignore this thing. Okay. Okay. So the only the center part came in. Ah, yeah, 5 more minutes. Okay. Now I have the middle part where there is overlap. Now, if you see, there is a nice coloring. So I'll do the same thing here. Properties. GeoSoft 128, right? Yeah. No. Yeah. This thing. Apply. You see, the rings are like that. So it is giving the distance between this and this. That way you can do raster analysis also. That way you can create the raster boundaries, raster different analysis. You can do any of that process. Okay. Today I will end it here. We will do more of these things tomorrow. Okay. We will do a much more these are all normal tools. We will do much more detailed tools. Now, where you can use this kind of analysis is when you have two raster data sets, you want to understand, you want to create some division, subtraction. For that, you can also use this option, raster calculator. You can always use this raster calculator tool. Very easy to use. This is like a calculator. All you have to do is, for example, this is there, greater than. You don't have u greater than 1. And then save it. EXP. Cooking. Now just load EXP. You'll get a result like that. So that's it. That's a raster calculator. Okay, if you have NDVI, you want to measure only NDVI more than 0.8, you can use raster calculator. Very simple, very simple. So that's the raster calculator for you. We will do some more analysis of this particular thing tomorrow. Okay, and then I think I want to finish this tomorrow, and then we will go for QGIS. I'll give a crime analysis and as a homework. Okay, chalo. Thank you for attending the class. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Today, Vijay did not talk at all. Probably.